Max, TexasFootball.com is where you can find our region outlooks. We're going region by region to take a look at a way too early look at every region heading into the 2017 Texas high school football season.
Spotlighting 3 or 4 teams in each region that we feel like are worth watching.
Brady Keene is doing a great job with that. What's interesting is that we just finished up Class 6A. Class 6A is now done. We've got all 4 regions up at TexasFootball.com. The overwhelming headline for me at the 6A level going into 2017 is reset.
Yeah, I mean, we've just wiped out most of these rosters.
I mean, a lot of the stars in Class 6A were all seniors.
Yeah.
Now, not all of them. There are some that are back, but there are a lot of teams that are going to have to hit the reset button, and I think that's especially true in Region 1. Okay? DeSoto, of course, signs this incredible signing class.
Yeah.
But they're all gone.
Right.
And now they're going to have to reload. Now, in talking with Todd Peterman and the people close to the DeSoto program, they feel confident. Yeah. They feel like
they have every reason to.
They
always seem to have the players.
They have a lot of their defense coming back. They bring back a couple of skill position guys in Keelan Walker, like their running back Keelan Walker. Yeah. But really, it's going to be interesting to see. Basically, if they can get the pieces around that to gel, then they could be back. Allen's another team that's always in the mix, but they are losing guys. They lost Kirby Bennett, who actually transferred to Bishop Gorman. Yeah. So they're going to have Brock Sturgis, who people are very high on taking over at the running back role. But look, they're going to need to find a quarterback. That's going to be interesting to see. Cedar Hill is another team that kind of is hitting the reset button. They're going to need a lot of guys, not only with a new coach, but also they're going to need to replace guys. San Angelo Central, look, they had a fantastic year last year, but a lot of those guys were seniors. Yep. They're going to have to replace a lot of key guys. Looks like Maverick McIver is going to be take over. I know you saw him. He came in for a moment.
Yeah, I thought he did fine. Honestly, the conditions were so bad at that point. It's hard to judge someone in such rainy conditions in a huge game against a team like Allen. So I think with a normal pace, the timing of the season, he'll prove to be pretty good.
In Region 2 to me seems like really wide open as well, because a lot of the headliners, a lot of the teams that made deep runs last year are losing a lot of guys. Klein Collins is losing D'Anthony Doyle, their 1,900-yard rusher. Spring Westfield is losing a fair amount of guys. But they are bringing back 2 running backs in Rayshawn James and Braylon Bland, and you know how well Matt Meekins is able to put things together.
Yeah.
The defense is going to be what's a lot more interesting there for Westfield. Coppell's a team to watch. Coppell brings back a fair amount, including their quarterback Brady McBride. They're going to have T.J. McDaniel back as their running back. Coppell's a team to watch. And then out east, maybe John Tyler is a team.
And then you also wonder if some of these programs that we're used to seeing at the top maybe make a surge this year. Is this a year that a South Lake Carroll group goes on a run? Trinity maybe reestablishes some form. You never know.
Round Rock Cedar Ridge with a new coach.
Right.
I mean, that could be the case. Region 3, look, we're always going to default to the same few teams because it tends to work out that way.
Yeah.
The fact that Humble Atascocita came out of Region 3 last year in the D1 bracket was a bit of a surprise.
Yeah.
Because we're so used to seeing Katy. We're so used to seeing Houston Lamar. We're so used to seeing Galena Park North Shore. And so we're gonna kind of default back to those guys. Look, Katy's gonna be back. Katy's got their running back DeAndre Glass back, and they've got a big offensive line that's going to be doing things. This probably won't be the Katy team that was the 2015 team, but it still could be very good. I would watch out for Cinco Ranch. I think Cinco Ranch, Brant Kuthi, their quarterback is back. I think that he could have a big year as well. Fort Bend Ridge Point is another team to watch out for. I know they got a lot coming back. They're going to
not to spoil 5A, but it may just be a fun year in Fort Bend.
A lot, and of course Houston Lamar. They're going to have outstanding defense as they usually will, and when they have a good defense, Tom Nolan tends to find a way to score enough points to make it count. So watch out for Houston Lamar. And then down in Region 4, look, it's got to start with Lake Travis. There are big questions, for Lake Travis, but they are the kind of program that we expect to just reload.
Right.
And to find a new guy, especially at the quarterback spot. Looks like Matthew Baldwin will get a chance to be
right, and he played really well in some of the mop-up duty last year. Very efficient, seems to fit the part, and he's got 1 year to put his name on it.
I think that if you are the kind of person who looks at the roster and says, big name gone, big name gone, big name gone, it's easy to look at Lake Travis and say, well, they're going to be down next year.
Right.
But if you know the context, Lake Travis tends to be a team that reloads.
And I also think being in Region 4 is going to benefit
Also
them
helps.
in the long haul.
Westlake will be back, but what do they look like without Sam Ellinger?
Right.
Although, heck, they also lose Levi Jones, but the guy to remember is Nikhil Watson.
Yeah, and they still, I think they return more than half the defense.
Yeah.
So it's still a lot.
They're
of
still
going
to be there.
Yeah.
Cibolo Steel is going to be interesting. Without Xavier Martin, they lose their quarterback, but they bring back Brennan Brady. And so what do you value more? Do you value the
They always seem to have a running back.
They always seem to have a running back. And they always seem to have a defense. So now they lose a lot of those guys, and a few of those guys, especially in the front seven. But they do bring back Caden Stearns. They bring back Javion Cardwell. This will be an interesting team to watch, especially after a state title game run last year. And then Judson. Look, Julian Williams is back. I know it seems like he's been around forever, but that's because he started as a freshman. Julian Williams is back, and he's going to give them a chance.
Great players on defense, DeMarvin Leal. I mean, you have to wonder with Judson if they all look around the room and go, guys,
this could be
this is it.
I mean,
this is our chance.
And look, I think that is Lake Travis guaranteed to go D1?
I have to look at I have to look at the numbers again. I don't know.
I don't know off the top of my head.
Yeah, I don't either.
But basically, they need to be rooting for Lake Travis to go D2. Yeah. That if they could, things open up a lot better for them if Lake Travis can drop D2. I don't have the numbers in front of me.
But at the same time, they beat Lake Travis last year.
Yep, they did.
And a down Lake Travis team versus a Judson team that brings a lot back, maybe that's the difference.
You're exactly right.